Hello, sweet little friends. Welcome to our channel. Here, we share fun and magical stories just for you. If you like our stories, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today, we have a super exciting story for you. Are you ready? Let's go.
In the heart of a peaceful, green forest lived a small turtle named Lucky. All the animals knew him for his calm and gentle nature. He walked so slowly that even the falling leaves would pass him by. But Lucky always wore a warm smile and said, "Go slow, go right." One early morning, as the sun yawned and spread golden light over the trees, Lucky sat by the pond and looked at his reflection. Suddenly, a shriek came from behind the bushes. A little squirrel named Nutty ran up, yelling, "Lucky! Hurry! The big race is today. Everyone's getting ready." Lucky blinked. "A race? Me? Would anyone even let me join?" Nutty giggled, "Why not? You can race too. The prize is a big basket of summer fruits." Lucky's eyes sparkled. He had loved strawberries since he was young. He thought, what if I try being fast for once? Maybe I can win. So, full of excitement, he grabbed his little basket, straightened his shell, and shouted, "I'll race too." The other animals stared. The rabbit, the fox, the hedgehog, even the mountain goat, everyone laughed. The rabbit chuckled, "With your speed, we'll all be asleep and awake again before you arrive." But Lucky wasn't embarrassed. His mind was made up. Nutty helped Lucky get ready for the big race. He tied a colorful ribbon around his leg and stuck a bright yellow feather to his shell so others could see him on the track. Lucky practiced. He moved forward and back, took deep breaths, and tried walking faster. But whenever he sped up, he ran out of breath or stumbled. High up in a tree, a wise old owl watched everything. In a calm voice, she said, "Lucky, why are you rushing? You used to be proud of your calmness." Lucky replied, "This time is different. I want to prove I can be fast." The owl smiled gently and said, "Just remember, everyone has their own way of reaching the goal." The forest buzzed with excitement. Foxes beat wooden drums, birds sang loudly, and rabbits stretched and warmed up. The race would start near the pond, weave through thickets and hills, and end at a big mulberry tree where the prize basket sat on a wooden stump. Lucky stood beside the other racers with a hopeful smile. The rabbit stretched his long legs, the fox looked cunning, the hedgehog grinned, and the mountain goat's horns sparkled. A tiny bird flew up and whistled loudly. The race had begun. Everyone dashed ahead. The rabbit zipped like lightning, the fox darted through trees, and the goat charged up the hill like a cannonball. But Lucky was still taking his first step. The crowd burst into laughter. "He won't make it before nightfall." Lucky just smiled and stepped forward calmly. Nutty shouted from the sidelines, "You can do it, Lucky. Just keep going." Lucky took a deep breath. His heart pounded, but he stayed steady. He whispered to himself, "Slow but steady." As the others rushed ahead, problems appeared. The rabbit tripped into a hole, the fox slipped into thorny bushes, and the goat tumbled down a rock. But Lucky moved forward calmly. He listened to every sound, watched every step, and slowly passed through each part of the forest. When he reached the thorn bushes, he paused, checked the path, and carefully moved around them. The owl looked down from the treetop and softly said, "Sometimes the slowest sees the farthest." Lucky came to a fork in the road. One path was straight but muddy and full of holes. The other was dry and clean but long and winding. He stopped to think. He could hear voices in the distance. Some racers had taken the straight road. Nutty called from the trees, "Lucky, there's a shortcut." But Lucky replied, "I'll take the safer path, even if it's longer." And so, he chose the winding road. His steps were slow, but his heart felt light. Further along, Lucky heard a rustling sound. He found the fox with his legs stuck in a tangle of broken branches. The more the fox struggled, the tighter it got. When the fox saw Lucky, he gasped, You're still on the trail? Help me, please." Lucky stepped forward, calmly untangled the branches, and freed the fox. The fox blinked in surprise. "You wasted your time helping me?" Lucky smiled. "Getting to the end is important, but kindness is more important." Dark clouds rolled in, and rain poured down. The path turned muddy and slippery. Many animals, including the rabbit, had to stop and take cover. But Lucky? He had chosen the dry path earlier. Rain rolled off his shell as he calmly moved forward. He remembered what the wise owl had said, everyone has their own way. Later, Lucky found the hedgehog sitting near a rock, sniffling. "What happened?" "My little basket slipped down that hill in the rain," the hedgehog sniffed. Without a word, Lucky carefully walked down, retrieved the basket, and brought it back. The hedgehog beamed. "You're really kind, Lucky." Lucky smiled. "Helping others is better than winning." The rain stopped and the sun peeked out again. Lucky had reached the final hill. In the distance, he could see the mulberry tree and the basket on the stump. He was breathing hard, his legs tired, but his eyes full of hope. He thought, "Maybe I won't win. But I'm proud of the way I came." When Lucky reached the finish line, most of the other racers were still behind or recovering from the storm. Spectators had gathered near the prize basket. As Lucky approached, whispers filled the air. "It's him. Lucky made it." Nutty ran up, squealing, "You're first. You won." Lucky took a deep breath, looked at the sky, and smiled. The fox, rabbit, and others said in shock, "How? You're the slowest one." Lucky replied, "I may be slow, but I never stopped. I chose my path carefully, helped others, and stayed steady. That's how I got here first." The wise owl called down from the tree, and that's the lesson we should all learn. Speed doesn't matter. Consistency and kindness do. The rabbit looked embarrassed, and the fox lowered his head. But everyone clapped and cheered for Lucky. All the animals gathered around Lucky. The mountain goat picked mulberries from the tree, birds sang, and Nutty played cheerful music. Lucky held the prize basket but shared the fruits with everyone. He said, "This race wasn't just about winning. It was about learning, caring, and never giving up." The fox nodded. "You taught us a big lesson today, Lucky. I'll never laugh at someone for being slow again." Night fell. Stars twinkled in the sky. Lucky sat by the pond again, looking at his reflection just like that first morning. He was no longer just the slow turtle. He was the turtle who taught the forest about patience, kindness, and perseverance. He looked up at the moon and smiled. Hurrying is only good when your heart is in a hurry to do good. And calmly, under the silver light, Lucky curled into his shell and drifted off to sleep.
Alright, little friends, our story is over. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Until the next story, take care and keep smiling. Goodbye.